Mr. Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, maybe 6 points too.
We've reached the halfway mark of the regular season. A lot of work left to do as we're away in Week 9. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their third-year signal caller.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
Complete out to the right side. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Rams are going to have a first down. Lone back gets the handoff. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They give it to him again. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 3 yards the pickup. Now it's 3rd and 8. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing on 3rd and long. Hits his running back. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And we'll get a look at their signal caller playing in his 7th season.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give him a first down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further. It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Runs it in for the touchdown. The BlackKnights have a great first drive and get the game's first points. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one splits the uprights, and the BlackKnights will jump out to a 7-0 lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Rams and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Offense ready to begin this drive, first and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout. Here's a throw. Escapes the pocket. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt goes 63 yards. And they're going to take over possession. So here comes this offense for its second series of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Rams are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That was Micah Parsons making that play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing out to the left, Cup. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Third down, 1 yard to go. Back to throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the BlackKnights will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Their offense running back out now. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
Kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Looking for a throw here. Brought in right side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. Completed over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down. The Rams showing a nickel look. Third down coming up. They'll throw it. Dump off caught by his back. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. It sails right through a beautifully placed football.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Good looking return here, and he's got room. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Rams set to go on offense once more. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the gun on 3rd down. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the BlackKnights are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
First down, ball at the 36. Plowing up the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be a first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
At the Rams' 19-yard line.
From the 19. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll throw on first. And he's in. Touchdown. The BlackKnights pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
That one right down the middle. And the BlackKnights take a 3-possession lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a 3rd consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pass play now. Uh-oh, he can't escape. He's brought down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. That's incomplete left side. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Braden Mann on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll come out throwing. Finds his man over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
They go play action here. Finds his back complete. And this one does not go far.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And it can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Out come the Rams on offense. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. He's going to throw this one. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Catch made over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here's 2nd and 5. Got a man, it's Thomas. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you see,
pressure's there, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Yeah, this defense is seeing a vulnerable offense right now, an offense that can't protect itself. First and foremost, before you do anything else, you got to make sure you account for everybody. And right now, this defender, well, he's taking this game.
He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Rams are set to punt. Braden Mann will kick it away. He fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's taken down after gaining a couple. That's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to throw. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Cooper to Jean in to pick it off. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Rams cut the lead down to 10. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Another drive coming up for this offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. That one's complete right side. And that's good for a gain of 5. Cooper to Jean with the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
At the 29-yard line.
From the 29. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover, they were able to take back. They were looking for another one, and lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it. I felt it.
Yep.
Everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway. They wanted to one-up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams cut it to a field goal game.
Rams 14.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense headed back to the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. He's got it over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Man in motion here. From the 35 on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing from the gun here. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. And they pick him off again. The LSU rookie with the pick. And the Rams get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
One last play before the break.
At their own 30-yard line.
Throwing it just before halftime. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. We're at halftime here on Monday night. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Zay Flowers, 100 yards receiving on the nose and a touchdown catch as well. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. 24-16 was how that one finished. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And this one, well, I think we all know it's going to be a tough one to watch again on film, but a lot to be learned from this showing here, right? He's been intercepted 4 times, and it's been real tough to get a good read on what the coverage has been doing to stop him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
Here comes the BlackKnights punt team. And this will come from just inside his end zone. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Rams will take possession. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. And we're going to get a timeout from the defense here. They kick the running back in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the BlackKnights are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought first half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just one snap later.
Here comes their offense out again. They're going to start just inside of enemy territory following that pick. New set of downs for them from the 46. To throw it on 1st down. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, he might complete 99 out of 100 of those short, simple routes to the tight ends. Even the shortest and simplest of throws, well, it's due to end up in a drop at some point.
Complete out to the right. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Third and a lone yard coming up. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Punting unit out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And they won't be able to return this one as it sails out of bounds. The Rams headed out to the field now. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Pass play coming here. He's on the move. He's running with it. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Looking to the air here. They just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Collects this at the 35. And he's brought down before the return gets far. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's a give up the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a gain of 4. And they're going to have a 1st down. This time it's a passing play. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's across midfield into Rams territory. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 46. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for him. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Calm, cool, collected. from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
They'll run here on first down. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. And they pick him off again! And the Rams will take over as he records his first interception of our season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. Running back sent in motion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 28 out of that play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Finds a man right side. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st down from the red zone. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. This game remains tied after 3, so we'll decide things right here in the 4th quarter. Second down now, 7 to go. They are throwing it again. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal. They'll throw it again. And he finds him in the end zone for an LA touchdown. The Rams take a 4th quarter lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7.
BlackKnights 17.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. This offense ready to get going again now. And like a swarm of hornets, the coverage has been everywhere this offense has tried to throw it. So many possessions lost to interceptions, as we're being reminded of right here.
Yeah, think about it from a pure mathematical perspective. That's as many as 24 to 20, even 32 points left on the table offensively. That's enough to win a brand new football game. Kept off the board by a secondary. You call them Hornets, I call them dancing like a butterfly and stinging like a bee.
I love it. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Dropping back to throw. That one's complete, right side. And this one doesn't go far. And the Rams add a man to the secondary. We've got 5 in the nickel, 3rd down. They'll try and throw it here. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So that brings up 4th and long. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. They've got 1st down from the 31. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, and they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They kick the running back in motion. 3rd and long for him here. That's taken in by Samuel. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll go down at the 16-yard line after a decent gain. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 16. Throw left side, complete. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. That's good for 7 yards. And they'll have 1st down. Back to throw now. Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. That one gains 7. And that'll give him a 1st down. Throwing it again here. Brought in right side. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Still sticking with the passing game. Catch made over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. He'll throw it yet again. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 31. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's the handoff. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 17. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And now it's 3rd down. He's back to throw. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. The BlackKnights now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return coming from the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Oh, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Rams are going to have a first down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Going to the ground again. Massive hit. The ball is out. Recovered by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The BlackKnights ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Football on that 47-yard line. First down. Throwing now, following the turnover. That's completed right side. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that gives them the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in San Diego. Black Knights in range for a game-winning score. On first down, they'll run. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Give now to the running back. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They give it to him again. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Back-to-back carries here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. 4th down, and we're going to see just how clutch he is on this kick. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. That one is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Gets him on the in route. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Black Knights make the play that should win them this game. Oh, boy. They cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
The offense getting set to go. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Brock, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation.
With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Knights are winners as we say goodbye from San Diego.